So the FAIR Awards ceremony honors some of the best work in the Institute community. They honor risk management leaders for their innovative ingenuity, and contributions to information and operational risk management. These awards recognize the deep impact that these professionals have on their organizations by enabling operational excellence and effective decision-making and in balancing the need to protect their organizations while running the business. We are recognizing winners in 3 categories tonight: the FAIR Ambassador Award, the FAIR Champion Award, and the Business Innovator Award, with a special inaugural award at the end, and we will get to that. Nominations for these awards have been reviewed, and the winners were selected by a panel of FAIR Institute Board of Directors members. So with that, first up today is the FAIR Ambassador Award. This award serves to recognize a specific member's work in bringing FAIR knowledge and the FAIR Institute to a new geography or a new industry. To highlight our nominees and award the winners, please welcome Todd Tucker, Managing Director of the FAIR Institute.
All right, I must wear glasses here. So I have a little something to say. So I'm wearing a tuxedo tonight. It's old, but I was wearing a tuxedo to the day 30 years ago because I got married then. So I don't know where she is anymore, but no, I'm still married to her. And it's funny because Michelle asked me, she said, "Oh, is your wife here?" And I said, "No, my gift to her was leaving." And she would agree with that. So we're going to Italy in a few weeks, so it all will be good. It is a real pleasure to announce these awards tonight. As Luke said, we've got 3 different awards, but this particular award has 3 different awards, if that makes sense. So we have the FAIR Ambassador Award. So it recognizes a few things. One is those that establish leadership by creating and hosting a local chapter in their respective area, making FAIR education a core component of monthly or quarterly meetings, further promoting FAIR and spreading awareness by speaking and presenting at different industry events and conferences, contributing to the FAIR Institute by providing thought leadership content, providing new insights that influence decision makers, and educating IT and business executives about FAIR and the importance of its adoption. So obviously a very crucial function within our community. Those that do it, we have to say we really appreciate what they do. So this year, as I said, we've had a decision by our judges to award in 3 different regions. So this is new. So we're going to have an award for North America, one for Europe, and one for Asia Pacific. This year we have 2 finalists in each of those 3 regions, which is partly what influenced this decision. So a winner will be given for each award, obviously. This year's finalists for North America are Elise Jonho. So Elise is a senior consultant in Deloitte Canada's cyber risk advisory practice. She advises Canadian clients across industries, including financial services, healthcare, and critical infrastructure, with the aim of transforming their cyber risk programs through innovative approaches to quantifying risks based on the FAIR methodology, enhancing overall risk management strategies. Elise is also a key player in advancing FAIR-based cyber risk quantification in the OT, or operational technology space, particularly for industrial and critical infrastructure environments. Elise has been a strong advocate for FAIR with her bilingual expertise, helping spread FAIR knowledge throughout Quebec and other French-speaking regions of Canada. She has introduced many clients to the FAIR model, paving the way for its adoption in the region. So please, a hand for Elise. Our second finalist is Michael Radigan. So Mike is a cyber risk advisor with Cisco. He has been a FAIR innovator, practitioner, and advocate since almost the beginning of FAIR itself. In fact, Jack Jones just mentioned this to me before dinner. So he and Jack collaborated on many of FAIR's, or with many of FAIR's early proponents, while Mike worked at Cisco, ABB, Leidos, Leidos Cyber, Capgemini, and Caterpillar. Mike is the co-founder and co-chair of the Ohio FAIR Institute chapter. In collaboration with the Kansas City, which is where I live, Kansas City and Dallas chapters, Mike authored, organized, and led an annual FAIR certification study group, now in its 4th year. He enlisted a cadre of FAIR master craftsmen and women, I hope, as guest presenters to assist students in preparing for the exam. Mike pioneered the use of FAIR and cyber risk quantification within the industrial control system cybersecurity industry, something in common with Elise, to help those responsible for protecting critical infrastructure. He has presented case studies for quantifying ICS cyber risk at numerous industry conferences and many ABB customer briefings. Mike is an avid FAIR evangelist, having presented at over 25 industry events since 2015, including multiple FAIR conferences and chapter meetings. He contributes blog posts for the FAIR Institute and is currently serving on the FAIR Institute Standards Committee. Again, let's a round of applause for Mike. And the North American winner is Mike Radigan.
Well, hey, thank you very much for the recognition and the support I've gotten from the FAIR Institute. Nick, Todd, Luke, much appreciated. It's been a pleasure working with you all. Special thanks to Chad Wyman, my comrade in arms over here, a great partner and friend. Chad, I'm a better cyber risk professional because of you. And remember, Chad, he always keeps me focused. It's not about the money, it's about the mission, right? He makes one hell of a smoked old fashioned as well. So, very special thanks goes to a man I consider a mentor as well as a friend, an individual that's had the biggest influence on my professional career the last 20 years, Mr. Jack Jones. I know half of this audience is new to the FAIR community. This might be your first time interacting. I just want you to know I'm just one of hundreds of individuals whose career has been enhanced by the man who discovered just how risk works. I'll say that again, the man who discovered how risk works. And he codified it and published a white paper now known as the Factor Analysis of Information Risk. And it really was Jack's, I'll call it relentless pursuit to advance and mature the cybersecurity profession that is and was really the spirit of the FAIR movement. And that's really what inspired me these last 20 years to contribute. I'll leave you with this. I'm an Ohio native. Wait a minute. OH! Aha, we got some Buckeyes out there. And the great legendary coach Woody Hayes built a team culture around a principle which he communicated like this. He said, you can't always pay back, but you can always pay forward. So you can't always pay back, but you can always pay forward. So I encourage you all, join the FAIR Institute, become part of your community, and pay forward and continue the mission of advancing the information security profession. Thank you very much.
So I met Mike over Zoom a couple weeks ago. I had no idea he was that tall. Yeah. All right, let's move on to our European finalists. So first up, we have Robert Moore. Robert is a senior technology risk leader at MasterCard and employs FAIR to manage cyber risk at the firm. Robert established the London FAIR chapter, galvanizing a new community of risk professionals in the UK to learn about FAIR and improve their decision-making through cyber risk quantification. Over the last year, Robert held meetings at MasterCard, Vodafone, and Comcast, and had some incredible speakers such as Nupur Davis, the Comcast CISO. Their next session will be at the birthplace of risk management, Lloyd's of London. That's pretty cool. I think I need to be there for that one. Robert spoke at the 2023 FAIR conference and this year's FAIR Institute European Summit, and is speaking again at this one. So hopefully you all take that in, or might have been earlier. 11 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. He regularly posts and reposts about FAIR and the FAIR Institute on LinkedIn to his 1,300 followers. Let's give a round of applause for Robert. All right. And next up, we have Pierre Olodo with Richemont. Pierre is a senior lead cyber risk at Richemont, has successfully built a sophisticated FAIR program within the organization. His efforts have enhanced risk visibility both at the application level, focusing on crown jewel assets, and at the business level with business-specific risk profiles. Pierre has implemented advanced what-if analysis to quantify the value of improvements and investments in critical applications, helping the company make strategic, data-driven decisions based on well-established risk baselines. His work has positioned the FAIR program as a key driver of organizational strategy. With prior experience in the financial industry, Pierre leads the development of the FAIR program over the last 2 years, scaling it to meet increasing stakeholder demand. The key to his success has been translating cyber risk into financial exposure across the value chain, which resonates with stakeholders. He has also co-founded the Swiss FAIR chapter, FAIR Institute chapter, and presented at the 2024 FAIR Institute Europe Summit. So we have some things in common. But again, a round of applause for Pierre. All right, and the winner is Robert Moore. All right, Rob.
Oh, thank you very much. Even to be put into the same category as Pierre and what you've done at Richmond, is an absolute honour. So, in terms of award ceremonies, pretty new to me. Mostly, my reference point is the Brit Awards, and where people sort of throw drinks at people and swear. So, I'm going to try and avoid that if possible. So, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody, particularly Tom Callahan from C-Risk, who sort of put me forward to be the UK FAIR chapter and has been driving FAIR in Europe for a long time. I also want to obviously thank Jen Buckner, who can't be here without power in South Carolina today, who's been supporting our framework and supported us and been able to drive FAIR within MasterCard and then been able to evangelize about it through conferences and beyond. And finally, it's not just the mandatory thanks to Jack and Nick, but it is the genuine thanks so much to them for making FAIR an open standard that we can all just adopt. It is that's why we're all here today, is because we can pick up a book, we can train people, we can scale because of that. So huge thanks for them. So thank you.
All right. On to those who have traveled the farthest to be here. So for the Asian Pacific finalist, let's start with Denny Wan. So Denny is the chair of the Reasonable Security Institute. He's been instrumental in championing the FAIR framework in Australia. His dedication to promoting FAIR within the security community has made him a key figure in revolutionizing cyber risk assessment. Denny's expertise in FAIR is demonstrated through his workshops and presentations, where he translates complex concepts into practical applications, empowering security professionals to adopt FAIR confidently. His hands-on approach, combining theory with real-world case studies, has led to a more accurate and consistent risk assessment across organizations. Denny has also played a vital role in building a strong FAIR community, connecting professionals to share knowledge and foster collaboration. I will say that firsthand, I've had him connect me with probably half a dozen people around our community and outside of our community. It's been phenomenal. So as the leader of the FAIR Institute Sydney chapter, he has expanded the framework influence in Australia and beyond. Through his global outreach efforts, including webinars and international events, Denny's advocacy continues to elevate cyber risk management maturity worldwide. Please give a round of applause for Denny. And next we have Prometheus Yang. Prometheus is a key member of the Overseas Security Advisory Council in Taiwan. He's shown remarkable leadership in advancing the FAIR cyber risk quantification framework across the Asia-Pacific region. Since returning from FAIRCon 2023 a year ago, he has actively promoted the model in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Malaysia, engaging with professionals and organizations to educate them on its benefits. Prometheus has organized workshops, discussions, and presented at the 2024 Taiwan Cybersecurity Conference, introducing FAIR CRQ to a broad audience. He's also spearheaded the effort to establish the FAIR Taiwan chapter and localize the framework for regional relevance. His work has directly influenced 2 publicly listed companies in Taiwan to adopt the FAIR CRQ model, showcasing its real-world application and effectiveness. Prometheus is also supporting advocacy efforts in Malaysia, fostering interest among regulators. Just what we want, interest among regulators. It's good, it's good. His leadership has been instrumental in expanding FAIR model's global reach, making him a strong candidate for this year's award. And the Asia Pacific Award winner is Denny Wan.
It's a true honor to be on the podium and receiving this award, but you will notice I'm not wearing a black-tie suit, and my lovely wife is also here with me tonight, and she will confirm I didn't wear a black-tie suit in a wedding neither. So that says a few things about me, but also about Australia. And thank you, Todd. I had a great opportunity to get to know Todd since he took the leadership at the FAIR Institute. And as Todd mentioned, I did try as much as I could to connect him. And so one of the friends in here that I want to call out is Dr. Geoff Schneider at my table. Yeah. So if you have not connected with him, please do. And he have a session tomorrow afternoon. Now, Geoff is not from the cyber risk community. He is a leader in Converge Security. and emergency management. So it brings a very important use case. And in fact, I want to say to you that you guys are the true ambassador for the FAIR Institute. The fact that you are here tonight, the fact that you convinced your boss and also your loved ones to let you to come here to learn and network shows your effort in advocating FAIR to people outside the community. Now, I would put to you that probably they don't yet understood what FAIR is, but through your action, through your presence here, they understood the significance of FAIR, at least from your perspective. What I advocate that is, if I had the privilege to represent you as an ambassador, or to you as ambassadors, to reach out to other communities, to people like GAF's community. So please, I encourage you to go and reach out to GAF and his community. And there's a few of his community members here that, thanks to Todd, invited them to be a part of this conference. So in closing, thank you very much, and for the community to honor me with this award. And I look forward to meeting you guys in future events and also tomorrow, of course. Thank you very much.
So thank you all for all the amazing work that you're all doing, and to our winners and the amazing work that you're doing from around the world. And I know it's not just the people that won, it's the people that is not nominated and people that got nominated, as well as all of you that are contributing. So thank you to all of you. We'll now move on to our next category, which is the FAIR Champions Award. And here to introduce our finalist is Tom Callaghan. I was going to say Tim, I said Tom. But I have to acknowledge that the gentleman before us, Denny, who just won and said that he only wears dresses when he goes to a wedding. The only reason I have this dress is because 2 days ago I was at a wedding. And I'm re-wearing the same dress I wore for the wedding. So I will confess that. So Tim, FAIR Institute sponsor and co-chair, please introduce our next winners.
Thank you, Barbie. Hi, everybody. So this is a real honor for me to present this. It's something which is dear to my heart, FAIR Champions. Transitioning to a business-aligned and data-driven culture within cyber and operational risk requires leadership. Intellect to envision and explain, understanding to address the fear of change, evangelism to motivate, and courage to manage through unknowns. This award recognizes leaders at the forefront of their organization's FAIR initiative who get data owners on board, stakeholders to improve analysis, and decision makers to adopt the resulting analytics as an integral part of their strategies, decision-making processes, and operating rhythms. And we all know that's not easy. Successful FAIR champions demonstrate a track record of reaching goals such as driving an explicit, data-driven culture for managing information risk, making FAIR reporting a core component of monthly or quarterly operational meetings, business reviews, strategy, and planning and other decision-oriented meetings, providing new insights that influence decision makers, driving important quantified improvements in source data quality, integrating FAIR data and analysis into existing decision-making processes, educating IT and business executives about FAIR and the importance of its adoption, and evangelizing FAIR throughout the community through engagement, such as through the FAIR Institute. And that's a heavy lift, right? So this year's finalists are, we'll start with Zach Kosser, Integrated Risk Program Senior Manager at Equinix. So a few words about Equinix. Equinix is a global leader in digital infrastructure, specializing in data centers, interconnection, and co-location services. It operates a vast network of international business exchange data centers across 5 continents, providing critical infrastructure that helps businesses connect securely with partners, customers, and the cloud. So Zach has transformed the company's FAIR program through several innovative strategies. He implemented FAIRCAM to provide more precise more precise and holistic risk assessments, helping Equinix to improve its decision-making processes. ZAC also streamlined operations by automating key processes, significantly reducing manual work, boosting efficiency. Furthermore, he introduced advanced what-if analysis capabilities, allowing for deeper comparative assessments of risk scenarios. To enhance accessibility, ZAC developed stakeholder-focused dashboards, improving data visualization and making risk intelligence more actionable for decision makers. These initiatives have dramatically reduced the time required to generate risk insights, shifting the process from weeks to just hours. As a result, ZAC's work has positioned the FAIR program as a strategic tool that drives critical decisions at Equinix. So big applause for ZAC. Okay. So on to our next finalist, Michelle Griffith, VP, Security, Governance, Risk and Compliance at IHG Hotels and Resorts. So a couple of words about IHG. So IHG Hotels and Resorts is a global hospitality company operating some of the world's most well-known hotel brands, including Intercontinental, Holiday Inn, and Crowne Plaza. With a presence in over 100 countries, IHG delivers a diverse range of accommodation from luxury resorts to budget-friendly options. Michelle has effectively utilized the FAIR framework to unify various business units and enhance cyber risk decision-making across the organization. By applying FAIR standards, IHG can now make real-time decisions regarding risk treatment, budgeting, and security investments. Michelle's leadership has enabled the company to assess and communicate top risks for its high-value assets, allowing for a more targeted and cost-effective allocation of the cybersecurity budget throughout the annual planning process. Additionally, the use of FAIR has helped IHG prioritize which risks to treat based on quantifiable metrics, ensuring that cybersecurity efforts are aligned with actual business risks. So a big round of applause for Michelle. Okay. Now our next finalist is Erin Makuga, Information Security Risk Manager at Thrivent. So Thrivent is a financial services company that puts generosity at the heart of saving and investing. They help build, grow, and protect financial well-being through purpose-driven advice, investments, insurance, banking, and generosity programs. Member-owned and founded more than a century ago when neighbors came together to insure each other. Thrivent serves all Christians and offers investment products for all people, and today they serve 2 million clients. Thrivent supports the client's desire to give and serves in their communities whenever and however they choose. Each year they help raise and donate hundreds of millions of dollars and coordinate millions of volunteer hours to support the causes that inspire their clients. With a strong financial foundation and a history of service, Thrivent will help the next generation put its plans into motion and its faith into action. So Thrivent's Information Security Risk Manager, Erin Makuda, has shown exceptional leadership by transforming an existing program into a highly efficient and effective operation. One of her major accomplishments includes the development of an operational playbook which has standardized processes, established best practices, creating consistency across the organization. Erin also successfully scaled the program by recruiting and integrating new team members, ensuring the program continues to expand its resources and capabilities. She has driven cyber risk quantification on a daily basis, making data-driven decisions a core part of the organization's risk management strategy. Her efforts exemplify the skills and execution ability required of the top program leaders, showcasing how a focus on structure, scalability, and risk quantification can lead to impactful organization improvements. So a big round of applause. And finally, we have Cameron Michelis, Senior Director of Security, Risk and Controls Management at ADP. So a few words about ADP. ADP is a global leader in payroll, human capital management, and business outsourcing solutions. Serving millions of clients worldwide, ADP provides comprehensive services, including payroll processing, benefits management, talent management, and compliance solutions. Cameron is a Senior Director of Security Risk Management at ADP, where he leads regulatory and threat-based security risk assessments and manages a global NIST 853 controls program, which must be a significant challenge, I would imagine. He also oversees risk identification and findings governance. Through his leadership, Cameron has transformed ADP's risk assessment and controls governance process by deploying advanced assessment platforms that have significantly enhanced both the quality and efficiency of security operations. These platforms process and analyze over 25 million telemetry signals, wow, converting raw data into a unified risk framework that integrates threats, vulnerabilities, impacts, assets, and controls. This modernization has strengthened ADP's security posture, streamlined risk management, and improved decision-making across the organization. So, huge round of applause for Cameron. Okay, so the winner of the 2024 Fair Champion Award is Michelle Griffith at IHG.
Quite the crystal trophy. I have two little boys who have rooms full of trophies, so I'm very anxious to come back and be like, Mom won one. And if that doesn't work, I'll just like beat him over the head with it, because this is a big one. So thanks to the FAIR Institute, we're probably less familiar than most of you in the room with it, but we took the journey last year because my boss challenged me with, we have a lot of people with a lot of good ideas. Where do we spend the money? I had a lot of stakeholders that I dealt with in GRC with, you're giving me a lot of problems to solve. Which ones do I solve first? And so that's what began our journey with FAIR, and it's been a fabulous one. So thanks to my boss, David Jordan, who pushed us to always sort of make our programs better, to my team, Sterling, Jimmy, Zach and Ben, who run the risk program and do the day-to-day. And thanks to Kevin Gust, who's somewhere in here with his fancy velvet jacket. Kevin has held our hand since day one. We absolutely couldn't have done it without you. So thank you for that, and thanks for the award. Appreciate it.
Okie dokie. We are getting ready for our penultimate award here this evening, and let me get a little bit organized here, everybody. All right. I see my MCs are not as tidy as me. Just kidding. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Bernie, why don't you bring up the spare package, actually, that I have over there, because I'm very prepared. All right, so folks, to give away our second to last award this evening is our Head of Education, Bernadette Dunn. So please give her a warm round of applause. Okay, you're good to go.
Am I good to go? You're good to go. All right, well, here we go. Another incredible award. Thanks for the introduction. It's great to kind of be out with everyone. I've been creating more educational content. I've been running by a lot of people, so hi to everyone I haven't officially said hi to. But it's definitely an honor to be able to present this award. So let's talk about it a little bit. In a digital world, business innovation and technology innovation are often connected. Innovative risk officers are disrupting the status quo by leveraging new analytic capabilities and by enabling the communication and management of information risk from the business perspective. This award recognizes those risk professionals who have successfully applied FAIR principles to drive innovation. Successful nominees can demonstrate how they used FAIR principles to reach goals such as transitioning from a compliance-based to a risk-based approach to information security and operational risk, pioneering how to implement a FAIR program through novel and creative applications that expand FAIR usage into other domains, communicating to the board in the business and financial terms to enable a business analysis of information risk and effective decision-making, demonstrating the impact of security investments and other mitigations on enterprise loss exposure, optimizing the information security budgets based on explicit quantified risk targets, integrating quantitative risk analysis and operational decision-making processes, enabling strategic business decisions such as new projects, partnerships, and acquisitions by helping achieve the balance between the opportunity and the associated risk, implementing key reporting mechanisms indicating an organization's loss exposure over time. I feel like I just taught a class there. No, but this is, honestly, you've heard about the education course that we delivered, and it's been, explaining a lot of these things here on the Business Innovator Award, because this is really happening. And so now I'm happy to announce who this year's finalists are that have been doing the work. They have been setting the pace for a lot of you that are newer to the FAIR Institute and the FAIR methodology. So I'm happy to announce our first finalist, who's actually in the course. So if you haven't heard about the course, I encourage you to now learn from them. You can catch it anytime on Coursera. So the first finalist is Scott Dresden, who is the Senior Vice President and CISO at Corewell Health. Corewell Health is based in Michigan with 21 hospitals, more than 65,000 employees, and 1.3 million plan members. Corewell CISO Scott Dresden and his team have implemented a FAIR-based risk management program with strong executive support. They innovatively applied FAIR to prioritize HIPAA-related risks, ensuring that remediation actions align and actual risk rather than focusing on the number of findings. Over the past few years, the program has grown amid organizational changes, driven by Scott's dedicated team. The team frequently assesses large control decisions based on risk evaluations. Recently, Scott hosted a refresh of the baseline risk analysis with key business leaders and the Chief Privacy Officer to get a comprehensive view of organizational risks. He also led a cyber insurance workshop to compare insurance coverage with business risks. Scott regularly communicates risk analysis results to stakeholders, ensuring that the hospital's cybersecurity program is aligned with real data-driven risk assessments. So let's give him a round of applause here. I don't know where he's at. Where's everyone sitting? Nope. Oh, he's not here. Okay. Well, you'll see him in the course. All right. So the next finalist is Chris Hauser, CISO at Amica Mutual Insurance. Amica Mutual Insurance Company is a leading mutual insurance company known for its exceptional customer service with more than $5.6 billion in assets and 3,600 employees. Chris Hauser, CISO at Amica Mutual Insurance, has successfully integrated the FAIR methodology into the company's risk and compliance program, particularly for meeting the annual NYDFS cyber risk assessment requirements by adopting a risk-based approach to cybersecurity. Chris has shifted the organization's focus toward evaluating cyber threats in terms of risk rather than just compliance. Leveraging Fair Ma'am and Safe One, I get excited by Fair Ma'am, by the way, Erica. So leveraging Fair Ma'am and Safe One, Chris has started translating technical cyber risks into financial terms, making it easier for the executive team to understand the economic implications of potential threats. This shift allows Chris to justify cybersecurity investments by quantifying risk in terms of potential financial losses. His approach not only ensures that Amica meets compliance standards, but also aligns cybersecurity strategies with broader business objectives, supporting informed decision-making and securing executive buy-in for the cybersecurity roadmap. So let's give Chris a round of applause. All right, and now our final finalist here, we've got Mark Tamalo, SVP CISO of Victoria's Secrets and Company. Victoria's Secrets is a globally recognized brand and one of the leading retailers of women's apparel and beauty products. The company operates more than 1,350 retail stores in approximately 70 countries and employs more than 30,000 associates. CISO Mark Tamalo has leveraged the FAIR model to drive key initiatives within his organization by aligning cybersecurity strategies with overall business objectives. He has fostered deeper partnerships with C-suite executives, including the CFO, CIO, and Chief Customer Officer. Using FAIR, Mark has helped ensure cybersecurity investments are based on risk prioritization and financial impact, realizing tens of millions of dollars in top-line revenue generation and stopping millions of dollars of fraud from the bottom line. Beyond his organization, Mark is an industry leader who mentors emerging security professionals, sharing best practices for implementing FAIR. His holistic approach has not only elevated his organization's security, but has also set a standard for other CISOs in adopting quantitative risk analysis to drive strategic decisions. And I'm going to add one other thing on this last note. He's really involved in Women in Cybersecurity in Columbus, Ohio, which is a big community, which actually is a community that got me into the field here to be a part of the FAIR community. So I just wanted to add that personal note that he does so much beyond just FAIR, but just in the community in general. He's always giving back. So let's give him a round of applause as well. All right, and the winner of the 2024 Business Innovator Award winner is... Hold on. It's Mark Tamalo.
Wow, what an honor. Really, really appreciative of this. So thank you, FAIR Institute. Nick, thank you. Jack, thank you for everything that you've done for our industry. It is very rare where you can thank somebody publicly for changing the course of their career. I am blessed and I am incredibly grateful. So what an honor just to be considered. So I want to just congratulate Chris, congratulate Scott, congratulate all the other winners, and most importantly, just thank my team, Tammy Cole and John Dice and Becky Parks and Nate Papaleo.
That team is amazing. If you ever see their resumes, you hire them immediately, right? But they are an amazing, amazing bunch of risk professionals. And thank you so much, and really excited to be part of this group, and thanks for everyone's contribution. Thanks.
All right, everybody. We have gotten to the end of our program today. We have one final award that we're giving out, and I'm really excited to announce this inaugural award this year. I think Nick mentioned in his welcome address that this is the 9th FairCon, if you didn't catch that. This is the 9th annual Fair Conference, and this is the first time we're giving out a Lifetime Achievement Award. One, get ready for FairCon 10 next year, because it's 10 years old, a big decade. We're going to do something big. What it is yet, I can't tell you, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. And so I'm just really excited to announce this award for the first time. And to announce the award in more context and the winner, I am going to invite Nick Santa, president and founder of the Fair Institute, up at this time. Thanks, everybody.
So as Luke said, this is an award we started to institute because we feel that some individuals deserve special recognition for their contribution across their professional life and the impact they had in the industry. And to illustrate some of the impact, we asked some friends in the community here to speak about this individual. And so if we can launch the video and discover who this person is.
Hi, I'm Jack Jones. I created the FAIR model, and I'm chairman of the FAIR Institute. I realized our profession at the time, and even largely the same is true today, doesn't understand risk. So I began working the problem and trying to figure it out and came up with this model called FAIR, or Factor Analysis of Information Risk.
I joined Nationwide Insurance back in the early 2000s, and I met this man, and his name was Jack Jones, and I was scared.
Of course, I know of Jack, first of all.
He was like this person you heard of.
I mean, Jack is the godfather of FAIR, ultimately.
I was introduced to Jack Jones probably 15 years ago.
I think it was 2015. I was sitting on a bench with Jack Jones.
We've known each other for quite a while, and obviously you've had a big influence on what I write about. I cite you, and you cite me.
When I met Jack and I started to learn about FAIR, it completely changed the way that I thought about risk management.
Well, Jack Jones is an extraordinary person that didn't shy away from a big challenge.
FAIR and all the things that you've been doing have helped me make sense of my work. I know that sounds selfish, but...
Jack has influenced my career in a way that I don't think I can fully appreciate yet, and won't until maybe the end of my career.
I don't know how you thank somebody that resets the course of your career or the trajectory of what you want to do with your life.
Over 10 years, I've had the privilege to work with you. There's people I've enjoyed working with, but you are definitely in the category of privilege to work with.
It's been such an honor and privilege to do the work that I'm doing on your behalf.
Jack, you know I'm a fanboy. I met you for the first time and I said that, and I continue to say that.
Jack, you're one of those people in life you hope you would meet. It changed my trajectory in terms of career.
He's just been a great partner and colleague and friend that allows you to continually learn.
I'm happy to know you personally as a good friend and a colleague and a mentor.
Beyond all the incredible work that you've done for cybersecurity and risk management and how you're changing the world, you're just a wonderful person, and I appreciate you.
There's very rare times that you get to meet people who've truly changed the world, and I definitely count you as one of those people, Jack.
Jack, thank you so much for all you've done for our industry over the years.
Certainly now your mark on this world is, again, not just measured in business terms, but also you've influenced people, which I think is a great hallmark of a leader.
Thank you for fundamentally changing the cybersecurity industry with your thought leadership.
I just appreciate so much the work that you do for the community, and I've learned so much from you.
It just shows what a kind human being that you are.
Jack, you're amazing, and it's always been a pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, cut.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. The audio.
So, Jack, come over here. So, a Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Jack Jones. So. Yeah. Before I get him to speak, I really want to highlight something that I heard earlier, which is Jack as a seeker of truth. He really discovered how risk works in a very fundamental way, in a very honest way. This gentleman is one of the most smartest, but also the most humble person I've ever met in my life, that really committed to first principles, to understand how things work, and taking on a problem that has been untreatable for many of us, and deciding that I'm going to figure this out, not just for himself, but the entire industry. And once he discovered how things worked, he didn't just keep it to himself as a selfish accomplishment, as a differentiator, but instead, he generously gave it to all of us, and gave birth to an industry, made careers of many people, changed really life destinies. And so so for those who don't know, and Chip reminded me here, Chip is a longtime community member here. He was a starter of the DC chapter. He reminded me, Nick, I remember you when we met in the basement in 2014, you were developing a quantification model. Well, that stopped once I met this guy, because he had figured it out and I did not yet. And I very willingly surrendered, and never regretted that, and just am honored to get inspiration from him, not just professionally, but also humanly. He's an amazing human being, one of the most, again, humble, but also smartest people that I've ever met in my life. So with that, thank you much, Jack. So.
Wow. So I'm so honored and privileged to be a part of this community and have been supported by so many of you for so long. It's something like this doesn't happen with, based on the work of one person. It's a village thing, right? And this is a long way from, what's going on this evening is a long way from where it started, because I remember when I first published the first white paper on FAIR in 2005, I remember getting an email from someone in the industry who was a big name. And he said I should be prosecuted for criminal negligence for introducing FAIR to the profession. He felt that the word risk should be stricken from the English language. So, glad he was wrong. But it's, it's been a journey. And it's been, I've been inspired by so many of you, and privileged to work alongside so many of you. And to receive something like this and to have such amazing things said about me, many of which I'm not sure I believe, but I can't adequately express my feelings right now and my gratitude. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this journey and for carrying it forward. I feel like if I was to be hit by a bus tomorrow, I would be confident that this thing we've begun is in great hands, and will be successful for a very long time and have a very positive impact. So thank you again.
How do I follow Jack? Let's face it, man, he's amazing. I don't know how to follow that. But I want to congratulate all the finalists and all the winners tonight. We are so proud and thankful for all the work you do. Everyone in this room, the nominees, the winners, those who weren't nominated, we're all here because we care about the safety of our world and bringing a safer world through cybersecurity safety. And let's face it, this is the new forefront of security that we all need to be so focused on and care about. So, we spend this night thanking those who've contributed. And of course, we're going to host these awards every year, and we look forward to 2025 when we do it again, and we see who the new winners are, and it's going to be someone in this room, and we're going to congratulate you and thank you. But this concludes the awards ceremony. So, I'm sorry about that. But you're going to get to enjoy your dessert and continue to enjoy the company of the people around you. And keep in mind that we're all in this together, right? We're all here today because we care. We care about the safety of our world. And we know that cybersecurity is the new war front, right? This is the new war front that's going to keep every country and every company safe. And we all are committed to doing that. So thank you very much. A quick reminder that we will begin promptly in this room at 9 a.m. tomorrow for the keynote. And breakfast will be served at 7:30 in the colonnade. And so we hope to feed you all and make you happy there as well. But again, we want to give you immense thanks for being here and immense thanks for all the contributions you have to making this society a better place. So thank you very, very much. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening with the company that you're keeping and the entertainment. The band will be, our music players will be back. Champagne Consort will come back to us and play more music for you. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much, and thank you for being here.